Hi there, my name's Jane Justice Park. Guess what? Today is World Poetry Day, and I thought, well, it's Saturday, I'm gonna take a little breather, take a break. Nope, I had to press in because if it's Poetry Day, there's a lot heaven would have to say. Because the Lord is full of fire and passion and just so much flow of love that it takes on just a full spectrum of humanity's emotions so that we can relate to him from up above here in our hearts. So I was like, okay, let's see, let's take a listen. And what's scribbled out was quite stunning to me, and I stood back and I thought, oh boy, there's a lot in there. The theme of World Poetry Day today is poetry as a bridge to peace and inclusion. And I thought, oh my, because my Prince of Peace isn't the pansy passivity-oriented persona that is so promulgated as the picture of idealism today. No, Sar Shalom is quite a king, and he rules and reigns first, yes, with love, but his strength and vengeance is more than you might perceive. At least for now, he's got lots of grace, but that only goes so long, so far, until you've gone too far, and then he goes, that's enough, and then you're gonna see something that you don't readily expect today. Well, all that to say, as I pressed in and the scribble that came out was so shocking to me, which I'll share in a minute. I just finished reading chapter 5 of this book, which I highly recommend. Shout out to the Hollywood Prayer Network for raising up co-creatives as an army of light in the middle of Hollywood. This book, says theologian Robert Loth, which influenced poets such as William Blake, one of Loth's conclusions was that the Hebrew word nabi, translated as prophet in King James Version, could equally well mean poet or musicians. And you know what? Nabi is phonetic for Korean, in that nabi is the word butterfly, which is really a big deal to me. I'm like, this is very personal to me. So for all the nabis out there, the ones who flow in the prophetic, that are artists and co-creatives, those are the ones who go before the war to declare it won and the walls fall because of God's love. This is a call out to the revelationaries and incendiaries to do the work you are called forth, to go forth and spread the light in your sound. This is a really important point of even sharing poetry as a psalmist now. So here's a prose. It's going to be full of a little bit of pain, and I thought, oh, is this too much to share? Not really, because the Lord of Lords is so full of love. We get a full spectrum of emotions that lead us to the truth and the way. So, and a lot of art comes out of suffering. That's why it resonates with the pain, sometimes hidden, that needs to get unveiled so you could actually deal with it and be free to align with glory. Then you're going to see the power and authority of the King of Kings, his peace, move through you. Here's the prose today. 321, 321 for launch. World of the Poet. Spring in my step ball change. It is a new season of sovereignty and reign as the dew takes rise and the prophetic finds rhythm. Can't say I've been held in safety or loved by any man I've loved, except the perfect one who erases the memory of all the assaults of control, covert manipulation framed as my relational failure, and human misunderstanding, knowing familiar spirits are at play. Belittlement by the backhand of scriptures of soul hungers designed to be sacred trust, to bond, not afflict, with addictive arson to decompose the psyche and laugh for the demonic plot wounding the healer. When money becomes the devotion and villains surround the victim, who sees who clearly? Only heaven. Nothing else will hold but godly devotion, and the just and righteous take on the cause, turning up high, first light on the inside, knowing before, realizing until the pure stillness consumes to a full life as roaring love was meant to. Clarity seems as rebellious as eternal truth that hits evils squared in their third eye, so pride fells them in their own corruptions, the smut mudslung on the ones they chose. Cheap labor, they thought, for real emotional care they are too good for, until the balance of equinox life bursts out songs of redemption crafted to deny such darkness a hold ever again. Their declawing, slaying, spaying, neutering of negation and predation so heightened the first love of Jesus' love light makes them run. Unshackled the callings of election surface at the charge of Nisi, for he is the one that sees, commands the winged ones, and commissions the more. The kingdom army within each child of light illumined, so at least their eyes acclimate to the elevated prism of that pre-known path, freedom. None God made are for use, misuse, abuse. Scribes unseen note it all. The prison was the precursor for what has begun, the propelling forward. Far before the perpetrator of pain knew who was coming again. For you, for rescue, on this, the third wave. Dance, forsake mourning, rejoice and sing. It is the day the Lord has made. So this is a reminder that those who are created for kingdom come and the advancement of the agenda of heaven, they are the salt and light of the earth and world. And we are to not only preserve, but restrain the darkness, push it back, and encourage the good and facilitate the fire, love, light within each child that we need to walk out because of, to spread. And I'm going to leave you with a quote, which I think is quite interesting. It's from an art historian. It is a wonder to know how God feels. And we have that privilege if we just lean in to let him speak and to share with us the mysteries implanted within each of us. Holy Spirit, human spirit, align, and when soul solvency occurs, which is the ministry of live to give of heaven, then we will see redemption in fullness come. Here's the quote by Hans Ruckmacher, an art historian. God did not give specific laws concerning the arts, nor for any other cultural element. These things belong to human possibilities. God created them and made and structured man in such a way that he could discover these possibilities, and gave man the freedom and the task to realize and fulfill them. May we do that for the glory of God, to honor the King of Kings who loves so much, and Holy Spirit who wants to empower us with all truth. Bless you, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.